Hi guys, Dragon Warrior Reviews here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Hot Toys life-size Stitch. So honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I could not resist. This figure looked too cute not to have. I really enjoyed the movie. Wasn't like the animation version of sort of this character really didn't interest me too much. But when I watched the movie, I really fell in love with the little blue alien. So here we go. The box is absolutely huge and absolutely awesome. So on the top here, it says Disney, Lilo and Stitch. And then on the front here, we've got a massive picture of Stitch from the movie. The figure doesn't look quite like this. I think Hot Toys went a different approach with this figure. We'll talk more about it when we get him out of the box. And as you can see, it's kind of like he's on a beach. We've got like all these sort of bluey, I don't know how to say it, blue color sort of corrupting the box a little bit, but then you can sort of see we've got some palm leaves. The sunset is sort of like behind Stitch Phillip, which looks absolutely awesome. You can sort of see the ocean a little bit there where the sun is reflecting off it, a little bit of sand, a seashell picture there. And here it says Stitch. And I really like the letters are sort of like fluffy. It's really, really cool. Collectible figure. And then down here, there's this sort of turquoise and white sort of banner here. It says Movie Masterpiece and obviously Hot Toys. Beautiful box. I love this super much. We've got a leaf there as well on the top here. Yet again, Disney, Lilo and Stitch. And we've got a picture of a turtle here. And more sort of like pictures on the front. Actually reminds me of the Deadpool boxes with the doodles. But obviously these ain't doodles. Palm tree, more seashell. Another seashell. This is a leaf, I'm pretty sure. And on the back here, we have the warnings and legal information and their store locations. And we've got a picture of Stitch there. Sort of like, oh, it's really cool. It looks like he's like surfboarding there, but obviously without the surfboard. But here he actually does have a surfboard, looking very awesome. I really like this. These are obviously pictures from the movie, or maybe he's jumping in midair there, but let's just zoom out quickly. I love this sort of like yellow and blue sort of like color scheme here. It's really awesome. There's a pineapple there as well. Anything on the other side of the box? Yeah, a turtle, a sort of flower. I don't think that's a flower, it's something, or is it like a lily or something? I'm not sure. We've got Stitch's paw and a pair of sunglasses. Lovely. Really like this box. I'll tell you one thing, it's way bigger than I thought it would be. Oh, interesting. So when you open the box, we get this sort of like picture here. Hot Toys did something similar with the Dark Knight Rises Batman Armory, but here it says Disney Stitch here. Then we have Hot Toys' logo, then Hot Toys presents Stitch again, looking very awesome in the fluffy sort of letters there. Here we've got some prototype pictures of Stitch, as you can see. I love the yellow accents and stuff, really nice. And then when we take it off, oh my god, it reveals sort of the figure. Yeah, very, very awesome. Anyway, let's get this figure out. Oh my goodness, he is absolutely huge and cute and fluffy. Look at this thing. Holy, let me quickly take off the front packaging. And honestly, my first impressions of the Hot Toys life-size Stitch figure is wow. I mean, wow, he's huge and he looks absolutely adorable. Alright, I got Stitch and all of his accessories out of the box. Now let's take a closer look. First of all, let's start with the hands. So basically, the hands are very fluffy, very fluffy. What I heard in Justin's review when I was flicking through it is this sort of like texture which is on the hands gets everywhere. So far, I haven't really had that issue, but more when I get into the review and probably like switching out the hands, I'll start getting blue fuzzy stuff everywhere. But yeah, here we go. The hands are really nice anyway. They look very realistic. Really like these, and the claws are lovely. They're not sharp. They're quite, oh, not really. No, not really sharp. A little bit sharp. Nah, actually they are a little sharp. Okay, just be careful with that. Anyway, this is a hand. This is a sort of like, oh, what hand is this? Is it more of like a, maybe look like a clawing hand or something like this? Or, I don't know. I don't know. This is a, oh, it's just kind of a neutral hand, isn't it? This is for like if you want him on all fours or something. Or maybe like doing that thing he does when he sits on these like butt a little bit with his hands in front of him. I think this is more for that pose, which I definitely want to try later on. We got a sort of peace sign, as you can see, really awesome. And then you got another one of these hands. And already, oh my goodness me, why is this bit so sticky here? Okay, I think that's glue. That's annoying. And already installed in the figure, we get these sort of relaxed palm hands there, open palm hands. But yeah, on this hand, it's a little sticky here, and I don't know why. Okay, I may avoid using this hand if I don't need to use it. Here we have a pair of sunglasses, which you can actually put on Stitch, obviously, and they are see-through. They're kind of like real sunglasses, I think, but for 1/6 scale Stitch, or it's not, no, sorry, he's not 1/6 scale, he's life size, 1.1. But yeah, these are going to look really good on Stitch. And also, I think a couple of the other hands are a little sticky. It's quite annoying and honestly messy. Should not be like that, but hopefully in the course of this review they'll be less sticky. But yeah, glasses look awesome. Then we've got this, I forgot what this is called, but this is like a little, he didn't really wear this much in the movie, but it's a little, oh, I forgot what it is. It's something to do with that dance, I think. And the way to put it on him is you undo this button here, and then you put it around his neck, so you don't have to take off his head. But yeah, it's really nice, really fluffy. I really like the feel of this, and it's gonna look really good on him. And then we've got some armbands here as well. Very nice. I feel like real armbands as well. These probably are the texture of real armbands, just, you know, shrunken down for Stitch. Oh, really awesome. I really like these. Wow. I will try them on him later. Obviously, I have to take off the hands and then slide them over his arms. Now we get a display base with this figure. Not like it really needs one, but it's really good they added it. It says Disney, Lilo, and Stitch. And then on the top here, really, really nice. Look at this. Like, I don't know, what does that actually say? I actually don't know what that says. Okay, anyway, love the textures. Like this is a beach, which is really, really cool. Really like this. Got that sort of texture there. Oh, I love the texture of the sand. Yeah, it looks really good. I love the detail on that wooden texture, and it's reflective. That's really cool. We've got some like we got stars. You've got like little flowers and stuff and leaves on there. Really awesome. And if you want to put Stitch in a more dynamic pose or whatever, you do have this. You can screw on. Oh, this, and then yeah, this bit will just hold him up a little bit if you want him like on one leg. We'll be trying all this later on. Anyway, it's time to take a look at Stitch himself, or should I say experiment 626. I think that's what they called him. All right, here we go. We have Stitch standing in front of me in no particular pose. This is pretty much how he came out of the box. You know, hands, arms flushed down his side, ears up, mouth closed. Very, very awesome. One thing I did do though is, you know, Stitch has his little like hair piece up like this. You just have to pinch it and style it a little bit. And sometimes his belly hairs are a little bit all over the place, so I just styled it a little bit. But yeah, first impressions really, or I don't know, second or third impressions, just because, you know, he's like this out of the box and stuff. Or usually my figures are like that out of the box. Okay, ignore what I said. But yeah, first impressions of him standing on his display base in front of me. Very awesome. I love this. Really awesome. Like, I don't think it's going to take us too long to look at all the details, just because he's like a fluffy alien, really. We're probably going to spend more time on posing, but he is great. So let's start off the head sculpt here. So basically the approach they went with this figure, yeah, before we look at the head sculpt, the approach they went with this figure is, it's sort of movie accurate, but at the same time, it's not. Like, it's cuter than, you know, like Stitch from the movie. For example, if I quickly get the box, as you can sort of see, we have the movie Stitch there and then the Hot Toys one. So basically what they did is, like I said, they made him a little bit cuter, I think. You know, like certain things, you know, don't look as realistic. Like the fur looks more fuzzy, I think. And the face looks a bit cuter. The nose is a bit smaller. So yeah, I think they went for more of the cuter route with the Hot Toys Stitch. Sort of, you know, to make everyone happy. You know, like people could buy a Stitch which is very, very, like, accurate, but not too accurate, so it looks cute. It kind of looks like an oversized teddy, but at the same time, it looks like Stitch from the movie. So that's what they've sort of done. Am I mad they did that? Would I rather a more accurate Stitch? To be fair, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that, because I think he looks really good like this. So honestly, I don't know. I think I'm happy with what they've done with Stitch here. So yeah, very, very nice. The eyes are very well painted as well, reflective. They look really, really nice. The nose is nice as well. The fur, really like it. And his ears are absolutely beautiful. We'll open the mouth in a sec. But before we do, let's take a look at the body here. Very nice. And this figure is very poseable. Like, the articulation on this figure, what I've seen in pictures and stuff, is it's crazy. Like, you can really have a lot of fun with this. And because he's like because he's not 1/6 scale and he's at 1.1, you can have him like holding a Nintendo Switch or something, or a phone. Very awesome. Justin sort of showed that in his videos, in his video on the posing segment at the end of his video, so make sure to check that out. Personally, with me, I'll just pose him with the accessories he comes with, but yeah, look at it, look at it. It looks beautiful. And then from the back, we've got his sort of blue accents on his ears, more blue patterns, which are accurate to Stitch, and his little poofy tail, which I swear is meant to be more round. I think you just have to fix the fur a little bit. It's one of those figures which will Be kind of annoying after you pose it because you have to keep flexing the fur around, but it will be worth it when you get missing cool poses. The feet are really awesome as well. Look at those. Love that. So yeah, now the mouth which opens now, it is, don't fall over Stitch, it is articulated. Oh, here we go. Wow, it's a bit clicky. Let me see how far it can go. I think that's as far as it goes. Let me stick on the flash so we can look inside the mouth. And wow, the detail is really, really awesome. There's a little bit of like weathering on the teeth, not really weathering, but like, you know, to show that Stitch is, you know, not got clean teeth, because he's kind of like an alien monster. He's not going to have clean white teeth, is he? So that's really cool, like the shades of brown at the bottom. That detail inside, the wet sort of glossy sort of look to it is really, really awesome. I really, really like that. That is so, so cool. Well done on that, Hot Toys. It is beautiful. Wow. Love it. Absolutely love it. And when you finish, if you want the mouth closed, all you need to do is just close it up. There we go. I don't want to knock him over. Love it. Absolutely love him. Now there is another look you can do with Stitch. You can put his ears all the way down. As you can see, really love how this looks. I like him more like this than with the ears up, in my opinion. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is his belly is really like, it's really, really soft. Like, it's kind of like a real teddy. You feel that? It's really, really soft. It really reminds you of like a, you know, a plush. But obviously Stitch is a articulated life-size plush. He is very, very awesome because he's poseable. You can pose him. He's not just like he's not just like any ordinary plush. He is absolutely crazily, not just articulated, crazily articulated. Like, really, really awesome. Anyway, I think it is now time to put Stitch into his first pose. So here we go, we have Stitch wearing his sunglasses and he has his arms sort of crossed. So yeah, removing the hands is a little difficult and putting them back on because they're gigantic ball joints, but not giant wrist pegs, which is kind of a good thing actually. But yeah, it's quite a bit difficult to change the hands, but it's okay. It's a bit scary though, because when I ripped off the hand, I ripped off a load of fur, and also that blooming hand there is sticky. I really hope it's not sticking into any of the fur to it. I guess we'll find out in a sec. But yeah, first pose, just simple. Standing there, just with these sunglasses on. Very, very awesome. Really, really like this. And if we give it a little turn around, the sunglasses at first weren't going on, but I was kind of being stupid. You just have to squeeze sort of the these parts here to just like stick around his head. Yeah, I don't want to talk about why it took me a little bit of time to put the sunglasses on, but yeah, okay, we don't really need to look at the back. Love it. He's got his head sort of tilted there, and he's just, oh, I don't know, the sunglasses add a, you know, like, oh, I don't know, it's just, I love the sunglasses. They just add a little bit of character. I'm kidding. Stitch has a lot of character, but like, no, they just like add quite a lot to the figure, which is really awesome. Really like this. He's adorable, and the articulation is absolutely mind-blowing. Like I said earlier, right? The articulation is mind-blowing, and you can really easily get him into a pose like this. Very, very awesome. And you can see his eyes through that, those sunglasses. Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking more than good. So here we've got pose number 2. So before we get into the pose, just want to say that I did lift the head sculpt up a bit more, and you can open the mouth a little bit more, as you can see. So a little bit more of the detail in there. Very, very awesome. But here we go. We got him dancing. I'm pretty sure this is called like hula dancing or something. I don't remember. Just let me know in the comments if you do, from the movie or show, whatever, because I'm pretty sure it's the same sort of thing. But yeah, really love this. Love that, you know, he's very poseable, like I said earlier, so you can get him into those awesome poses. I really like this. Love this thing around his neck. It's really easy to get around there. You just undo the button and then clip it in. Luckily, it's no plastic clip pieces. It's an actual proper button, so there should be no problems of it breaking when you remove it or, you know, put it on Stitch himself. But this is awesome. I love this pose so much. Super adorable. So excited to get him into more poses. I'm really excited to get him into the pose where he's sort of like sitting on the ground, that sort of pose. Hopefully that shouldn't be too difficult. And I want to try to get him on all fours as well at one point as well. That could be really, really cool. But oh yeah, I love detail on these hands. Really sticky, some of them are. So annoying. There is hair everywhere. I will have to clean my turntable after this review, which is going to be fun. But you know what? There we go. So this figure is really, really big, but you can definitely pose it to make it, you know, smaller, like putting the ears down or have him sitting on his bum or something, or on all fours. I'll definitely be doing that for my final pose, so it takes as little space as possible. But right now, this is as big as you can get him, really. You know, he's standing up pretty much almost straight, ears almost fully up. Did pose him a little bit, but yeah, love this. I just love this dancing pose, very awesome. I think next I'm going to be putting on the armbands, so I'll have to remove both of his hands, and yeah, so yeah, I think it's time to do that. And also I probably will use this thing on the display base here to, you know, make sure he's more stable, because I kind of want to put him on a one leg pose or something. So anyway, let's move on to the next pose, as you can see. So yeah, we've got the armbands on. At the start of the video, I did say that to put the armbands on, you have to remove the hands, but no, if you're careful, you can put them over his hands, and yeah, you can just slip them on without having to rip off his hands, which I'm really happy. So this pose is basically, or most of these poses are off the blogger photos, or I'm just copying one which I really like off the release blogger photos. And basically, this is one of them. This is one where he's gonna trample a sandcastle, kind of like what he did in the movie. Instead, because we don't have a sandcastle accessory with this figure, he's going to trample the sunglasses and be naughty, because he does like destroying things. Or I don't know if he oh no, of course he likes destroying things. And maybe just fix that hair up there, or whatever that is. He needs to keep that nice, isn't he? So, but yeah, the armbands are really cool. This is a really cool pose. And yeah, the display base, it works. Really cool. You can keep him like this. I wouldn't keep him like this long term, because he may fall off. Definitely no, my lucky would. So yeah, but it's looking really awesome. I do have 3 more poses planned for this video. I think 1 on all 4s, and then maybe 2 when he's sort of sitting on his bum a little bit. Yeah, this is one of those figures where you can have a lot of fun. I'm not going to turn him around just because I don't want him to fall, but yeah, I just wanted to do it. I think the main goal of this video really was just do some poses with each of the accessories you get with him, and yeah, really enjoying, you know, the accessories you get. Would I like more accessories to go with Stitch? Yes, but I think they gave us a decent amount. I don't think we need any more. I don't know. Justin did say in his review, in his pros and cons section, that he wished there was a few more. But I don't really mind. I'm kind of happy what we got. They gave us a decent amount. Cool little figure, a display base. Sorry, not a cool little figure. A cool, big, life-size monstrosity of a figure, but in a good way. But yeah, really cool. And yeah, so yeah. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. Let me know in the comments, though, what you think of this, and if you think he looks realistic enough. Would you rather him be more realistic, or are you happy with how he came out? Because honestly, I think I'm happy with how he came out. So here we go. So I had to kind of use the display base to hold him up a little bit, but here we go. He's on all 4s, and he looks adorable. This is a pose and a half. I love it so much. Wow, this is an amazing pose. If you have him just on all 4s without, you know, the peace sign or anything, you probably can get in the stand, or you definitely should be able to get in the stand without the display base on all 4s. But just because I wanted to do something like this, I had to use the display base. But that's what it's there for. That's why they give it to you, just in case, you know, you can't, you know, have him standing without it, you know, without him falling over. But yeah, really awesome. Posability is awesome. It's just what's really annoying me, and I know I can't do anything about this. Honestly, if you are buying this figure, you have to bear this in mind. The hair gets everywhere, and it is frustrating. It's everywhere. It's all over my phone as well. So I'm going to have to get a blow dryer out after this review and just blow dry my blooming phone, or I'm not sure if you can do that, or anything all around here, the display base, my turntable, because I really don't want to be reviewing another figure, for example, when there's blooming still Stitch hair everywhere. So, but honestly, yeah, it's worth it though. It's worth it. 2 more poses left in the video, and then we can decide this figure was worth it. I'm kidding, by the way. This figure, it really is worth it, because it's just you can do so much with this figure. It's just really cool. Anyway, yeah, don't want to spend too long on each pose. Let's move on to the next one. Wow. Hello. You are looking very adorable, Stitch. Wow, look at it. It's so cool. Oh my goodness, what have I done? So basically, this pose is not too hard to pull off where he's sort of sitting down. If I crouch it down further, I probably can get his hands more touching the real floor. But I was thinking, if I have the display base, why not? I might try and perfect it on my final pose. It's going to be very similar to this, but a little bit more simple, just because I want that in my collection. I may have him just sitting on the display base, but right now, this is looking pretty good. He's also biting. I love that he's biting that. That is so cool. Got the glasses on top as well. Really awesome. If you want, you can just stick him down like that if you wanted. But I think he looks, for this particular pose, I like he's blooming beautiful eyes. Oh, they just look so cute because the light's reflecting off them. I've definitely done a good job with painting them. We go all the way around here. Look at that little booty. Oh, he's so cute, man. I love this figure to bits. Don't know where I'm going to put him, but don't worry, I'll sort that out. My final pose, I haven't done any poses with the ears all the way down, so my final pose, and just because, like I said at the start of the video, I prefer with the ears down, I will be having the ears down. Because, yeah, it's just all the poses I've done in today's video, it just makes more sense with the ears up. But, yeah, it gets a little gappy underneath there, but you can't really notice it. So if I do knock him all the way down, you know, like, more to the floor, bend him forward and lift his head up, I won't really notice it because his head is so big. But, holy, I am loving this. This could be the thumbnail picture. You know what? I think this might have to be the thumbnail picture because it's just adorable. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe my final pose will be the thumbnail picture. I don't know. You guys watching the video right now would already know what the thumbnail picture is, but I think it may just be the final pose. But yeah, look at that. He is beautiful. Okay, stop biting that now. Stop biting that. There we go. You don't want to damage it, do you? Or get it wet and soggy, do you, Stitch? Huh? You're so adorable. So here we go. We have the final pose. So yeah, I did try and make him sit down more without, you know, the support of the display base. If I did, like, I know in the pictures it looks like they're not using anything. It's probably because, you know, pictures are very good at illusions. In reality, this figure is probably leaning down way more. And to be fair, I kind of like how, you know, he's like, the display base is in the center, he's behind it, you can sort of see the detail, the whatever this meant to be. And then I put this little sort of the necklace around it. I think that looks really, really cool. I did try, like I said, to have him sitting like this without any support. I tried, didn't get anywhere, or did get I almost did it, but I was like, you know what, I kind of like it like this. So it's okay, and I just love how he looks. Mouth closed, just looking like that, ears down. We have a little turnaround. He's very secure, so we're fine. His ears just go down so nicely. This one's lifted up more because his head is slightly turned. And plus, it gives you a little bit of, you know, variation in the pose. But yeah, very, very nice. Like, this is such an awesome figure. And it can be a bit annoying, like I said, all the fur, but yeah, just the foxy fur a little bit, like that. That one's okay. Very nice. I don't have, like, in my display, I don't really have cabinets. My figures get very dusty a lot. I have one cabinet, but this figure, could I get this in the cabinet? I'm not sure. I might think about it or see what I can do with him, but I don't really want him to get dusty, but I might have to accept that. But anyway, let's move on to the pros and cons section. So the first irritating thing is some of the hands. Oh, I actually put them all back in the box. But basically, some of the hands felt like really sticky, like underneath them when I was trying to put them on. And it's really annoying. Like, I think it's some glue resin or something. It's really, really annoying. Hopefully you don't get that problem with your particular copy with Stitch. But it was annoying. Sometimes I had to wash my hands once because it just felt really sticky and unpleasant. But yeah, that's just one thing to be aware of with your copy. Now, the second irritating thing is, well, you can't really do anything about it because it's just a fluffy figure. If you get a cat or a dog, you will be covered in fur. But yeah, if you're going to be getting this figure, you have to bear in mind that the hair gets everywhere. Right now, I'm recording with my phone, and there's hair all over the screen. There is hair everywhere. So that's one thing you have to bear in mind with this figure. Is it like a deal breaker? Definitely not, unless you hate hair. Don't get this figure. I don't buy artisan figures because I don't want to be messing with the hair. The product will, you know, eventually like fade out of the hair or whatever, and you have to mess with it. This is why I never buy artisan figures. Maybe in the future I might, but yeah, it's just one thing to be aware of. Now, the first great thing is the posability on this figure is ridiculous. It is incredible. Like, you can get him into such amazing poses, articulation on the torso, the head, the arms, the legs, the ears, everywhere, and even the mouth as well. You can get him into some super realistic poses, as you saw in the video. I've done quite a few with him. So yeah, it's a great thing, and I'm really, really happy that, you know, well, I'm lost for words. That's how good this figure is. I'm just super happy that how he turned out. You know, like he could have been like, you know, really stiff, not very poseable, and it wouldn't have worked really. You really need this figure really needed to be really poseable, and it does it. It is perfect because, you know, this figure literally is Stitch, right? It's a more cuter version of him, more of like a plushy teddy version of him. But What is amazing about it is it's not just a statue, it's not just a figure, it's not just a plush or a teddy, it's fully articulated. Anyway, the second great thing is, I love that they included a display base. They really didn't need to. Like, some figures they don't. Like, for example, Chopper from the Circus Show didn't come with a display base. But I'm really glad it did, because with this display base, you can, you know, if you feel like it needs support or whatever, you get that little piece in the box as well. And plus, it's just a nice little, like, bonus, right? If you wanted to pose him like this, but not too crouched down, you can, you know, I don't know actually, because I looked at one of Sideshow's videos or shorts on the prototype of this figure, and they got it that, you know, they got it just like this pretty much without the display base. Maybe if I push the arms back into the fur, I could do it. I might try it one day, I'm not sure, but yeah, either way, this display base is a really nice bonus, and it's not just a piece of plastic, a boring piece of plastic, it is really nicely detailed as well. So anyway, at the end of this, is Stitch worth it? Well, he is amazing. He's a bit big, he's life size, but he is absolutely incredible. And if you don't have enough space in your collection because he's too tall, well, just move the ears down, crouch him a bit down like this, and it eliminates the problem, really. Like, he's still really, really big, but he is just incredible. Like I said, very poseable, very adorable, and he just comes with a decent amount of accessories. Yeah, when I was flicking through the blogger photos, yeah, actually, maybe slightly I would have rather they added a few more accessories, like that sort of sundae he was holding, wasn't it? Like, no, it was a cocktail, wasn't it, or something, mocktail, whatever. Kind of wish we got that accessory, but I didn't put it in the pros and cons section just because it's not, you know, I feel like we got enough. We got enough of this figure. We can't have everything in the world with each figure. And the box is amazing as well. But yeah, anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and that like button. Yeah, again, let me know what you think of this figure in the comments, if you're going to be picking him up or if you're not. And make sure to press the link in the description to check out my Instagram account if you want to follow me even further. God, this nose is cool as well. I love that. It's got sculpted nostrils. That's amazing. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in another review, figure preview, or short.